With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team. They were blanked in this matchup a season ago. No wins in 3 tries. They'll try to improve on that dismal record here. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, "I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me." And her saying, "I just bought those 3 weeks ago." Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. And on opening night, every team starting from scratch, Steve. That has a lot of people optimistic at this time of the year. Teams that are favored coming into the season and teams that may not be looked upon very favorably.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of these teams, they look at it, maybe didn't have the season they wanted the previous season, maybe because of injuries, or maybe they just in jail. So as an organization, a fan base,
evident in this one, Brent, the youth movement in full effect. What advice would you have for inexperienced players who have to take on bigger roles?
The thing I always talk to younger players about, Kevin, is always accentuate the positives. Do what you do best and show that off as consistently as possible, and then take the summers to improve your weaknesses. Players always improve the most during their off season, but when coaches are asking you to accentuate your positives, stay right in that role and be the best you can with that. Work on the weaknesses in the offseason.
Helps, too, if you have a coach who's in that mindset of developing and showing some patience.
Well, not only a coach, Kevin, I'll go as far as to say that sometimes when you have a young player get drafted, for him to have a mentor automatically on that first team that he's with, starting his first 3 or 4 years in the league, is vitally important. And you'll see, if you go through track records, some of the most successful teams have had veterans in position where the young star is trying to find his footing.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, more outside at the 3 with Randall down on the block at 4. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. And it's Davis in at the 5 down low. No good from Booker.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Here's Holiday. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. Over Randall. Warren, good.
Warren going at it right now on offense, just smelling points out, and does not get rattled by some tight defense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Picked by Randall. Davis, the pass to Payton. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Good from Payton. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Well, last season, the Pelicans took a huge step in the right direction. They made it to the conference semifinals despite losing DeMarcus Cousins before the playoffs even began. So a lot of positives came out of that late season run with AD leading the way for the Pelicans.
And he makes all 3. And for the Pelicans last season, the most successful for the team since the name change.
Yeah, how about that? 48 wins last year for them in the Western Conference. They swept the Blazers. in the first round of the playoffs and just showed how dangerous they could be. Mirotic huge in that series for them, and they still have some areas to address, but the trajectory, the direction of this franchise is pointing up. Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively, him trying to get better, on the defensive end, he needs to learn how to be in better positions.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Booker's defense, Brent, still being a work in progress, the advantage is he is still very young.
Well, the coaches have really simplified the game plan on the defensive end. So you do things like jumping ahead of the screen or pushing down the screen and start to corral guys into areas. That's helping Devin Booker establish some more confidence on the defensive end.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development. The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt, I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Here's Ayton after Drew Holiday's score, and the shot by Warren, no good. Ariza against Moore. Kicks to Davis. Over Ayton. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Davis has got his first basket of the night.
Well, AD has the green light. Trust me, in this offensive system, he can shoot the ball whenever he wants.
There's the pick. Pass to Booker. Basket good. Booker's got 6.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
Now here's Payton. The pass to Randall. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Suns here with a different look. Bender, he's checked in for Ayton. Anderson comes in for T.J. Warren. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Bridges in for Jackson. New Orleans also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Anthony Davis. Solomon Hill comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Miller's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Drops. He ties it up. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell him that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Now, here is Mirotic. That gives them the lead. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Anderson the screen. Here's Daniels. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Holiday against Booker. Here's Randall. The rebound by Anderson. Suns have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Kicks it out to Booker. Anderson with the screen for Booker. Over Holiday, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And Booker, a fantastic shooter. When he's got his feet underneath him, he's one of the best in the league.
Outside Hill. To the inside. Here's Randall. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. The Suns trail. And Booker kicks to Anderson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's his first foul. Mirotic against Anderson. Shoots over Mirotic. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Now here is Holiday. Count it from 12. Holiday's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, the defense was all over Holiday there, but shooting window was open.
Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this.